Hi guys, how you doing? It's Chris Hayden here, the sub-editor at filmoria.co.uk. I'm up very early this morning. It's 7:30 in the UK. It's a miserable day. It's very dark. It's very damp. But we're up. We're ready because BAFTA are about to announce the nominees for this year's awards live online. So we're going to be reacting to the nominees as they come through. According to the BAFTA website, they're supposed to go on air from 7:35 a.m, so about 4 minutes time. So in preparation, I have a brew because, it's early and I'm English. Oh mate, that tastes good. Also, we have some predictions because most of the BAFTA categories are very similar to the Academy Awards. They're far different from the Golden Globes that we had the other day, where the Golden Globes tend to be a little bit easier towards movies as opposed to cinema because of the way that they fracture categories. The BAFTAs are more like the Oscars. The only difference really is that they have two separate categories for British film or for debut movies. So the outstanding British film is always pretty interesting, and quite often it has movies in there that you think wouldn't really be nominated unless they were British at the BAFTAs. However, they do also enable movies that get missed off unfairly to get a recognition. So I've got a few suggestions here of what I think might get nominated. I'm almost certain that Ken Loach's Palme d'Or winner, I, Daniel Blake, will get a nomination, and if it does, it easily could win. I have a feeling that Emily Blunt's The Girl on the Train will be nominated, as well as David Oyelowo and Rosamund Pike's A United Kingdom. Again, I think if that's nominated, that could be a big contender to win. Also, I have written down here A Street Cat Named Bob, which was the sort of homeless biopic that was very popular around Christmas time in the UK. Under the Shadow, which is an Iranian horror movie, but it's co-produced in the UK. I think it was made in Jordan and England, so it's considered as an English film, but it's not in the English language. The Girl with All the Gifts, which was the Gemma Arterton and Glenn Close kind of postmodern zombie movie. And two wide bets. I've got Notes on Blindness, which was this really ethereal and beautiful documentary. It was like a sensory film, and I think that'll either be nominated here or in Best Debut, because I think it's a debut movie, but I could be wrong. So Notes on Blindness is a wild card. And the other one, Bridget Jones's Baby. Yeah, I don't think Bridget Jones's Baby is worthy of an award, at all. It's terrible. But it was nominated at the Evening Standard Awards, and it very much could have won. And I think the BAFTAs, knowing how much money that film and that franchise brings into UK cinemas, how inherently British it is in terms of its cast, its production, I think it might get a nomination. I hope it doesn't. I hope we don't have a nomination for Bridget Jones's Baby, but you never know. So those are my predictions for the outstanding British film. It's now 7:34, so I'm going to refresh the page, and let's see if there's a stream started. Nothing yet. BAFTA goes live. Okay. So, in terms of the wide nominees, I think it will be similar to the Golden Globes. I think La La Land will get a number of nominations. I think Moonlight will get a number of nominations. As I mentioned here in the Outstanding British Film, I think I, Daniel Blake will get a number of nominations. I'd like to see more nominations for Nocturnal Animals. I think, to be honest, Nocturnal Animals is one of the only films last year that was actually really interesting. A movie that actually had an awful lot to say, an awful lot to show, and it was doing stuff that was risky and stuff that was edgy. And I think it was pretty badly snubbed, to be honest, at the Golden Globes. So I'm hoping that maybe the BAFTAs will alleviate some of that, but you don't know. It's going to be interesting whatever the outcome is, and I love the BAFTAs. I think I prefer the BAFTAs to most of the other stuff because not only is it a nicer ceremony, it's a quicker ceremony. It's 2 hours long. It's not 5 hours like the Oscars is. And you do see, actual recognition for some movies that just get completely forgotten about. And there have been some really great films throughout 2016 that seem to just slip people's minds, like You know, Isabelle Huppert's performance in Elle is astonishing, and Elle is an astonishing movie, but she was equally fantastic in Things to Come. No one speaks about Things to Come, which, again, I think that's a movie that might get a nomination at the BAFTAs. It's the kind of film that's niche enough but celebrated enough critically that could earn a nomination. We already know who's been nominated for the Rising Star Awards, and we all know that Tom Holland's going to win, which is so boring. So, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, he has to win. So, yeah, but there's other people in there that are so much more interesting, like Lucas Hedges for Manchester by the Sea, or Ruth Negga for Loving, or for my pick, Anya Taylor-Joy, who was just amazing, absolutely amazing in The Witch. I'd love to see her win it, but Tom Holland's got it in the bag, and it hasn't even started yet. Right, we're video unavailable! What? What? Come on! Oh, hang on. Right.
Jane Lash, Chair of BAFTA, and I'm delighted to welcome you to our headquarters here in London for the announcement of the nominations for this year's EE British Academy Film Awards.
Whoop!
At BAFTA, we're passionate about film, and for the past 70 years it's been our mission to get everybody as excited as we are.
Good for you,
Our
mate.
6,500 BAFTA members have watched countless hours of film, carefully considering the very best among them, as well as the individuals who have achieved great things in their craft. 9 categories from our nominations will be revealed now, with the full list available at BAFTA.org.
Oh, okay.
Before we begin, I would like to draw your attention to the EE Rising Star nominees announced last week.
Yes, Anya Taylor-Joy, Layla Costa,
In
Lucas
addition,
Hedges.
I'm delighted to let you know that we'll be filming an expert panel of film journalists discussing all the nominations, and between now and the awards we'll indulge our passion for film and publish these across our social media channels in the coming weeks. That just leaves me to introduce 2 incredibly talented people to announce the nominations. Sophie Turner, who we know well from the hugely successful Game of Thrones and also X-Men Apocalypse, and Dominic Cooper, whose numerous credits include Preacher and Education and The Duchess. Dominic and Sophie, please reveal the nominations.
I'm surprised Sophie Turner's awake at this time. I thought she was a party animal.
We're delighted to be here to announce this year's nominations.
You are hot.
The nominations for Supporting Actress are Hayley Squires for I, Daniel Blake, Michelle Williams for Manchester by the Sea,
Good.
Naomi Harris for Moonlight,
Yep.
Nicole Kidman for Lion, Viola Davis for Fences.
Alright, so Viola Davis has won that
The
then.
nominations for Supporting Actor are Aaron Taylor-Johnson for Nocturnal
Boom! Michael
Dev
Shannon.
Patel for Lion,
Ugh.
Hugh Grant for Florence
Yes.
Foster Jenkins,
Michael Shannon.
Jeff Bridges for Hell or High Water, Mahershala Ali for Moonlight.
Okay.
The nominations for Adapted Screenplay are
Nocturnal
Eric
Animals.
Heisserer for Arrival,
Yes!
Robert Schenkin and Andrew Knight for Hacksaw Ridge,
Okay, yeah.
Theodore Melfi and Alison Schroeder for Hidden Figures, Luke Davies for Lion, Tom Ford
Yes!
for Nocturnal Animals.
Come on, Tom Ford! Whoop!
The nominations for Original Screenplay are Taylor Sheridan for Hell or High Water,
Obviously.
Paul Laverty for I, Daniel Blake,
Nice.
Damien Chazelle for La La Land,
Yeah.
Kenneth Lonergan for Manchester by the Sea, and Barry Jenkins for Moonlight.
Okay, that's a pretty good
The
category.
nominations for Director are Denis Villeneuve for Arrival,
Come on!
Ken Loach for I, Daniel Blake,
Yeah,
Damien Chazelle for La La Land,
yeah.
Kenneth Lonergan for Manchester by the
Tom
Sea,
Ford!
Tom Ford for
Boom! Come on! Tom Ford and
The
Villeneuve.
nominations for Leading Actor are Andrew Garfield for Hacksaw Ridge,
Yeah, okay.
Casey Affleck for Manchester by the Sea,
Won it.
Jake Gyllenhaal for Nocturnal
Shut
Animals,
up! Yes!
Ryan Gosling for La La Land, and Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic.
Really?
The nominations for Leading Actress are Amy Adams for Arrival,
Yes.
Emily Blunt for The Girl on the Train, Emma Stone for La La Land, Meryl Streep for Florence Foster Jenkins, and Natalie Portman for Jackie.
God, they're
The
nominating Meryl
nominations
Streep for
for
Paint.
Outstanding British Film are American Honey,
Wrong.
Denial,
Wrong.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them,
Wrong.
I, Daniel Blake,
Right.
Notes on Blindness,
Yes!
and
Come
The
on!
Shadow.
Yes, I
The
got 3!
nominations for Best Film are Arrival, I, Daniel Blake,
Oh, right.
La La Land, Manchester by the Sea,
Yeah.
Moonlight.
Oh, okay. All right, that's not bad.
Finally, these are the films with the most nominations.
Yeah, La La Land 11, knew it, yeah. Nocturnal Animals has got 9 nominations, though. Come on. Nine nominations for Nocturnal Animals.
Thank
I
you,
am
Dominic
happy.
and Sophie. The winners will all be revealed at London's Royal Albert Hall on Sunday the 12th of February. The ceremony will be broadcast on BBC One, so join us, share our passion and be part of the story. Thank you.
Cheers, babe. See? Even the BAFTA live announcement is quicker than it usually gets the beginning of the Academy Awards nominations. Like, the person at the beginning, the chairman of the Academy, talks for like 20 minutes. So, 9 nominations for Nocturnal Animals. Very happy about that. I think it said there was 9 nominations for I, Daniel Blake. I thought that would be a big hit. Out of the Outstanding British Film, I got I, Daniel Blake correct. I got Under the Shadow correct, which was the co-produced British and Iranian film. And Notes on Blindness, which was one of my wide bets. I thought that it might get a nomination, but it's niche and weird enough to perhaps kind of, slip away. La La Land has the most nominations at 11, which we all know was going to be the case. Manchester by the Sea has got a lot of nominations. Some big movies don't have many, though. Moonlight only has 4 nominations. Jackie only has 3. So I think it's going to be a case in which Moonlight will probably win the bigger ones, and Jackie will probably win the actress. But there's some interesting movies in there, and I'm particularly happy about Nocturnal Animals because, although it's not nominated for 9 awards, I don't think it'll win many, but Jake Gyllenhaal nomination is great because we've not seen that yet, and obviously it's been nominated for some of the technical awards, which is massive because that film's costume design and that film's cinematography is absolutely fantastic. So I'm really happy to see that. So all in all, BAFTA nominations are very good. This video will be uploaded to the Filmoria YouTube channel and it will be shared on the Filmoria website along with a full list of the nominees. So do check it out. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to finish my cup of tea because it's very early and I'm still bleary-eyed. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.